I was very busy in jail. I found a way to be busy all day, every day. I didn't have any spare time. There'd be days in jail I'd wake up and I'd start my things, whatever, and I'd check the time and be like, I'm late. Like I had things to do. If I had to go to court that morning and they messed up my schedule, I was in a very bad mood, especially when they rejected me. Like, why take me to court to reject me? Just let me do my things. So I think within 2 or 3 weeks, I had a schedule. I'd be up at around the same time, and we'd get our hot water at a certain time, and I'd begin my training at a certain time, and there'd be a particular show on that I understood at a certain time, which would burn 30 minutes, and I'd watch that. And then I'd do my other training after that, and I'd have to do 1,000 push-ups a day, and then I'd clean the toilet, and then I'd sweep the whole floor, and then we'd go for killing bugs. We had a system. This last day I was in jail, I was thrown in a cell with these 3 men I didn't know, and it was their room. It's like walking into someone else's house, right? It's their room. It's their system. It's their setup. They went to bed at 7 p.m., these people. They turned off the TV and hit the lights and everything. By 7 p.m., they went to sleep. My system, me and my brother would be up till 2, 3 in the morning. So 7 p.m., lights out, boom, quiet. These 3 guys are trying to sleep, and you're just sitting there staring at the ceiling. So it was much worse to be thrusted into somebody else's ecosystem. But when I was in jail for the 3 months, after about a month, my brother and I had a pretty firm system set out. And yeah, hot water would come at a certain time, and I'd get it on Mondays, and he'd get it on Tuesdays because it was 6 a.m., and we'd sleep past that. So who'd have to get up to get the water, and who made the coffee, and the room was immaculate, and how the cigarettes were stacked, and how certain things went in certain places, and who did the washing up. Within a month, we had a very system. I didn't have any spare time in jail. I was very busy, if that makes sense.
Did you have just enough floor space to do push-ups on?
Literally. I could literally do push-ups and maybe stick my arm out, but then I'd touch the wall. That was it. And I'd do 1,000 push-ups a day.
1,000. What other exercises did you do?
In sets of 50. I'd do 300. I started with 400, but I ended up, I admit, going down to 300 squats every single day. And then, if there was a good TV show on, I would sit with 6 2-liter bottles of water, which is 12 kilos, around 28 pounds or something. And I'd sit and lift it over my head, back, forth, while watching TV on a little plastic chair. And then about a month and a half in, the leg to my plastic chair broke. Oh. And then, yeah, which was very upsetting. And there was no other chairs in the jail. So I got a bed sheet, and I made the sheet into kind of like a rope and put it around all 4 legs to keep it together and fix this chair. And that held out for about 4 days. And then someone killed themselves. So they bust into my cell and found the sheet and said, you're going to hang yourself. I said, no, I'm fixing my chair. So they took the sheet and left me with a 3-legged chair. So that kind of destroyed that. So from then on out, I had to do that exact exercise, but standing up. And I would just basically train all day. I would train all day and clean all day. And I guess you become pedantic about certain things because you have time. So, I'd pour coffee in a certain way, and I'd wait a few minutes, and I'd look at the cup and wait for it to cool down. And then I'd consciously enjoy the coffee as opposed to just vamoose it like you normally do, and consciously have a cigarette. You become more conscious. In the outside world, you have a cigarette while you're doing everything else. But in jail, you have a cigarette. You're having a cigarette. That's what you're doing. That's it.